Oh hey, it's me, and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. We have yet again another packed episode of Minecraft for you guys today. Or, I don't know why I said we, it's just me. As I'm sure you're all very painfully aware of by now, I am definitely a nerd. If you'll notice, the past clips I've taken so far this episode have been at farms. This is not a mistake. Now, I really love designing redstone circuits and building cool farms that are like super high efficiency in Minecraft, which is part of me being a nerd. In today's episode, I want to build all of the farms that I want to have that are like the basic essentials, because I want to have all of the early game stuff done by the end of episode 10. So that means in this episode, I'm going to get a bunch of farms done, and in the next episode, I'm going to be building the house that we're going to be living in for the foreseeable future. With one slight addition. Remember back in episode 3 when I said I was saving the Ender Dragon for episode 5, and then I turned out doing it the next episode? Well, if you remember, last episode I said I was going to be saving the Wither for episode 10. So I've gone and done it again. This episode, we will also be beating the Wither. Hardly know her. Which means we have a lot of work to get done. Now, obviously, I'm going to say fighting the Wither until the end of the episode, because if I die after having recorded for like 5 minutes and then I upload a 5-minute video, you guys are immediately going to know that I died to the Wither, which is not what I want for anyone. Oh, and speaking of building the house, I went and collected a bunch of quartz, as you can see here. Off camera, because it's so boring just mining quartz for hours. But I've been watching Suits recently, so I was just able to put on a TV show while I was spending all those hours mining, and it took many hours. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what farms exactly are we going to be building this episode? Because I doubt you guys know really what I mean by starter farms, considering I've already built a massive hostile mob farm, a massive gold farm, an incredibly massive iron farm. So I'll give you the rundown of what's happening this episode. The reason why I'm mining clay right now is because I need glazed terracotta, which you can get from, well, you can get terracotta from smelting clay, and I need that for the AFK wood farm. Now, it's hard to say it's a beginner farm because it is actually incredibly complicated, but wood is such a basic resource, I need to be able to have it throughout the rest of my hardcore series. And I've also kept on running out of wood, like, consistently all the time while recording these episodes, so finally having a way to get a bunch of wood is going to be very nice. Oh, and if you're wondering why my face is so red, it's because I got sunburned. Or, in other words, I was an idiot. Anyways, after we build the AFK wood farm, the next farm we'll be building is the bartering farm, which is nice because not only will we have another use for our gold, but it's also nice because we'll be getting all of these drops from it. Coincidentally, we'll be building a farm in each dimension. The first one, the AFK wood farm, is built in the overworld. The second one, the bartering farm, is obviously in the nether. And then last but not least, the cobblestone generator will be built in the end dimension. All right, you guys know the drill. First up, let me show you what we're building. So this is the 4 basic tree types wood farm designed by Ilmango. If you haven't built this wood farm and you played multiplayer and were trying to like compete with others for how much wood, you're an idiot. This is by far the most efficient AFK wood farm ever built, by far. It looks complicated, but I promise you it's super simple. Essentially, this is a TNT duper. When you turn it on, it just duplicates TNT and sends it down at the perfect time to destroy the wood spewing out from this system in here, which looks complicated, but again, it's super simple. These walls get pushed in by the pistons behind them to break all of the leaves when the tree spawns on this block, and the hoppers at the bottom collect all of the drops from the leaves, like sticks and apples and stuff, and then the wood gets pushed out by this mechanism out to be destroyed by the TNT duper. Now, this is just a little system I designed. It's not part of Ilmango's, but I like it. It's just a simple automatic storage system for everything. So this is oak leaves, birch leaves, spruce leaves, jungle leaves, oak, birch, spruce, jungle, and then these are sticks and these are apples. Anyways, let's go ahead and build this in survival and see it in action. Okay, so I'm an idiot. It's now the next day because what I failed to realize when I decided to build the AFK wood farm is that it requires honey blocks, and I don't have any honey blocks, and it requires a substantial amount of them too. So I actually had to spend last night studying how to build bee farms because I'm ashamed to admit it, but I've actually never built a honey farm before. And the reason why it's never crossed my mind before is because I'm used to playing on servers where somebody else already has like a honey shop going where I can just go and buy honey blocks. So this is gonna be the first time I've ever built a honey farm, which is kind of cool if you ask me. So I spent last night gathering all the resources required. It's actually not that farm. It's not that hard of a farm to build. It pretty much just required me going to the desert and mining up a crap ton of sand, making it into glass and glass bottles. And there were actually azalea trees littered throughout the desert, so I could just mine the leaves with shears to get these azalea leaves. But the way a honey farm works is you need bees, right? So I actually have, thankfully, thank goodness, I have a bunch of beehives around the place because I live in a flower forest. But I'm gonna have to wait until nighttime to collect them because that's when all of the bees go back in their hives. And if I want an efficient one, I'm gonna need to do it that way. Joey! What? Joey, what are you doing here, bro? No! How did you fall down here? Oh, I gotta, hang on guys, sorry. I gotta do a side mission real quick to rescue Joey. Why are you going even further down? Sorry, I love you, Joey, but you're such an idiot. There, I made you a way out. Can you come up here, please? Did you push him down the hole? Come on, bro. Don't be a bully. Just because you're bigger, it doesn't mean you're better. All right, come on, Joey. It's all right. I told him off for you. Are you gonna come home? What are you even doing out here? Bruh. The day Joey dies is the day the series ends. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, he's too essential of a character. Dude, you're making me anxious. Okay, it's finally turning nighttime, which means that we're ready to finally collect these bee nests. All right, there's one bee nest, 2 bee nest. Oh, I just got the achievement? Oh, the other one didn't have 3 bees. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. My rates will suffer, but it's fine. Wow, we're already up to 5 bee nests. There are a lot of bees in this flower forest. All right, here are a couple more. Okay, I think that's 8, and I think 8 is more than enough. Yeah, that's 8 nests. Okay, we're totally good. That is plenty of bee nests. I don't really think it matters where we put it. I'm gonna only have this be a temporary farm because at some point I want to move the bee nests into my house because one of the rooms in my house has bee nests in it, or will have bee nests in it next episode when I finally get around to building it. This looks like a good enough spot right here. How do you build this again? Okay, so it looks like I just need double chest, hoppers. If I build this wrong and the bees all escape, I'm actually going to cry. Wait a minute, I did this wrong. Yes, I did. Great. Okay, so I need to move these all 1 block over. Don't worry, guys, I'm a pro gamer. Okay, got these leaves going in now. Let's do the dispenser. Okay, this farm seems relatively simple in concept, but something tells me I'm gonna find a way to mess it up. I really hope these nests are at least somewhat full, otherwise this will have all been a complete waste of time. Okay, I've gone ahead and put the bottles in. I'm kind of terrified to say it, but I think this is the moment of truth. Let's see if I did this right. Okay, here comes bee nest number 1. Okay, that seems to have worked. No! Go back in, please. Please go back in. Last ones. No, there were 2 No! Go back inside. Okay, let's give them access to go back inside. Okay. I think we did it. Is it working? It is working. Okay, perfect. Let's sleep. Yay! Joey came home. It's good to have you back, bro. Good morning, bees. I really hope there's like a bunch of you. Can't I breed you with flowers? Let's try it, cause why not? Okay, I've gone ahead and built like a temporary room that I can go into to breed them. I should probably only do it at night though, so let's wait until then. Actually, I'll bet you I could do... Can they fly through slabs? How big are bees? Join me for a quick experiment, will you? All right, I want to see if a bee can fly through a slab height. Wait, but they're not going to be at slab height. Okay, this is correct, though. So let's see if they can fly out. So let's get a flower. Here we go. Can it fly out to me? No, it can't. Well, that's good to know. Can a bee baby do it though? Okay, a bee baby can. Sorry, like I said, this is a brand new farm to me, so I'm not used to I don't have much knowledge about bees. I really hope this isn't like super slow. Oh, it looks like this one's almost ready to collect. Oh, I forgot to explain how the farm works. I'm so sorry, guys. So basically, bee nests, they go out, they pollinate with the flowering azalea. Then when they bring it back and they make it into honey, this one's about to trigger. So when a bee who has pollen brings it back in and they have enough to make honey, this will trigger. Oh, perfect timing. It triggers exactly as it has enough to have a bottle be shot out to collect it, and then a hopper underneath the beehive collects it and sends it down the line into this chest. Okay, it's almost nighttime, so I think I'm ready to breed these guys. Let's go ahead and get a few more flowers. Come get your pickings. Oh, this is broken now. Okay, that works. I don't care. Okay, come get your flowers. All right, well, unfortunately, I actually have to wait a long time for this farm to get enough honey for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect the rest of the materials for the AFK wood farm and AFK this in the background as I'm collecting the resources, and then I'll be right back. All right, well, we're back. That took a lot longer than I was planning for it to take, but we finally now have all 41 honey blocks that we need, and I went ahead and collected all of the other materials and stuffs that we needed to go ahead and build this AFK wood farm. Since we've already built this massive iron farm right here, I don't see a good reason why we shouldn't build the AFK wood farm somewhere in the near vicinity. I don't want it to be too close though, because if it's too close, then I'll run into lag issues. So let's just do it right here. This seems like a good enough location. Okay, it's been a long time since I've built this farm, so you're gonna have to be patient with me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to explain what exactly it is that I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm probably not gonna do that good of a job though, so please be a little forgiving. So the first thing we're building is just the dropper elevator to go ahead and get the dispenser to dispense bone meal. Okay, so now we need to power the redstone elevator, which means we need to go 1, 2, away. I just mined that with an axe. I'm a moron. I'm gonna clear a little bit of room here so I can see a little better. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is just build up here real quick. And the way this farm works essentially is you're standing here and you're right-clicking with a sapling. So when the tree eventually grows and the tree gets destroyed, the leaves that break then drop more saplings, and then they get collected by a hopper system that all go into this dropper. So that way the dropper collects all of it and drops the saplings back to me when the tree gets destroyed, so I can just keep on holding right click, and this keeps on feeding with more saplings. I hope that made sense. Essentially, I stand here, I right click sapling, tree get destroyed, this collect sapling, give me more sapling. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we need the tree detector. In case you don't know why I'm using lime glazed terracotta, it's because you need to have a block that's blast resistant to TNT, and I personally have always used lime glazed terracotta because it's what Ilmango uses in his video, so that's why. It doesn't really matter what you use. You could even use obsidian or crying obsidian. It does not matter what you use. It just has to be blast resistant to TNT. All right, I've gone ahead and built the on-off circuit and the takeaway to where the TNT duper is going to be. But now that we have the on-off circuit ready, I can show you how this works. So essentially, I just open this barrel, which sends the redstone signal to go ahead and dispense the bone meal that's in this dispenser. Then when the bone meal gets put on the sapling, which will be here because I'll be standing here right-clicking, this will detect it when it turns into a log, which tells the system here, I'm gonna do an offshoot here, to the rest of the system. It tells it, hey, there's a tree here to destroy, and then it will destroy the leaves and such. Then when I want to turn it off, I just click here, bam. Super simple and elegant system. It's worth noting that in Ilmango's tutorial video, which will be linked in the description obviously, he uses dirt here. You can no longer use dirt because of an update. You have to now use logs. I'm just using stripped birch because I think it looks the prettiest. All right, I'm at a good point now where I can go ahead and build the platforms that are the walls that come in and destroy the leaves. If you didn't know, you can just shift to the edge of honey blocks to be able to jump on them. Also, it's very niche knowledge, essentially useless, but if you're standing on the edge of a block here, since honey blocks aren't a full block, you can actually place it while you're standing here. All right, and now the other side, and here we go. So now what we need to do is build the birch fence, or any fence gate you want, and they all need to be open. These are what actually destroy the leaves and make all of these sticks and apples drop. Well, that's annoying. Apparently I didn't make enough fence gates. Anyways, once you get them placed, you just have to make sure they are all open. I tell you, no matter how much planning you do on a build, you always forget one resource. It's just bound to happen. All right, here we go. Alright, so next we have to do a very annoying thing, which is go behind and place these sticky pistons behind the platforms. Oh gosh, I almost just made a huge mistake. I almost forgot to put blocks in the way of this before placing the pistons, which would have been a nightmare because I would have had to redo all of these platforms, so thank goodness I remembered. Here's a little tip to people who haven't built this farm before. There's a nice little trick you can do to place this easier. It took me a while to figure out, which is why I'm sharing it. If you just mine in on this block, then you can place the sticky pistons that you need to, and then just replace the blocks as you are building up. Oops, okay, hang on. Okay, apparently I did make enough birch fence gates. These are supposed to be glass blocks. I'm not as much of an idiot as I thought. Okay, now that we've got the redstone in place, what we need to do is just copy what I've done on this other side, which is connect it up to the actual redstone system. All right, so we can just hook it up to the front here. Okay, so now we're actually ready for our first test. So I'm a little nervous, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so everything should be hooked up. I'm gonna do one last quick scan. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and test it. So turn the farm on. All right, it's going. And here we go. Boom. Yay, it worked. Okay, good. Okay, now turn it off. Okay, so as you can see, the tree grew, and then the platform shot out and broke all of the leaves and dropped all of these sticks and saplings into my inventory. Okay, this is actually infuriating me. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and close in the farm. So let's go ahead and build this up. Gosh, how do you do terracotta again? All right, there we go. I figured it out. Okay, so it looks like I have to do this. And then if I place it from here, no. Go away, nighttime. No one cares. Okay, something tells me this is gonna take a hot minute, so I'll be right back. No! All right, finally, that's done. That took a very long time. Okay, but now there's one more thing we have to do before the final scariest stage, which is building the toggle for when I need to farm oak logs versus all of the other wood types. It's not technically a double piston extender, but it kind of is. It just makes it so that way a block goes down to prevent any issues with the oak trees growing into the massive oak trees. You know how sometimes they grow into ones bigger than just the normal size. So that's what this is going to solve. All right, and now that it's wrapped around here, it should be done. Okay, so if I do this, it should, yep. Perfect. Okay, that is working great. So now we're ready for the scariest stage, which is unfortunately building the TNT duper, which if you ever built one before is incredibly precarious and incredibly precise. So I'm kind of terrified. Okay, so the way this works, if you didn't know, is we take a redstone signal from here into the scaffolding, which activates this trapdoor, which essentially changes the, I believe it's called the distance value of this scaffolding here that I'm placing right now, which will then activate the comparator at the top of the scaffolding and send the system into its duplication. Okay, so first observer, and then in place of this, we need a sticky piston. No, sticky piston. Next, we need an observer here going into this block, then a sticky piston with a slime block, and then we need an observer pointing into it from here. Perfect. All right, and now for the repeater clock. Okay, so for this, we just need 6 repeaters, all on 4 ticks each. And we'll take that signal and put it into the duper itself, which will go right here. Put the coral fan in here. Don't worry if it's not dead yet. It will be now. And now for the scariest part. Well, the scariest part is testing it, but now for the scary part of building it, placing in the TNT. A couple more fence gates. Scaffolding is awesome, but why didn't they build a way for you to build down? Now I have to go all the way back here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we need to build the redstone to open up those 2 fence gates. So let's go ahead and grab the signal from this observer and get this first one done. Wait a minute, that can't be right. Sorry, I forgot to build down. Okay, so we're still, Okay, and now I can grab the signal again for the second one. Place the observers here and here. Couple repeaters. Redstone into 3 fully delayed repeaters. Oh, oops. I built this all a block down. Sorry. Let me rebuild it. And now we finish sending the signal into the last fence gate. Like so. Okay, that should be this TNT duper complete. I'm gonna run over it one more time to double check that everything is correct, and then we'll go ahead and test the farm. Okay, everything looks good in here, but turns out I completely forgot I have to build the collection area for all of the drops, so this will probably take like 5 or so minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to having a beacon at the end of this episode. Okay, nice, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get the water in place. Okay, perfect. And now just a quick temporary storage collection system, so that way we can test the farm without losing any drops. Oh gosh, I am so terrified right now. You have no idea how terrifying this is, because if anything goes wrong, kaboom, everything just destroys itself. So all right. Okay, I just ran a quick test and everything is working great. I'll go ahead and show you guys. So first on, we turn on the farm, and then the TNT duper gets going. I'll let you guys see how it works. And then it drops, boom, perfect. And again, boom, perfect. Okay, and then all I have to do is make sure there's bone meal in here, hold some saplings, and right click. And then the farm does the rest. And as I'm standing here, as I said earlier when I was building the farm, I'm constantly supplied more saplings from here, so I can just go AFK and right click. Now that I'm done collecting up the resources I want, I can just open this barrel again, and the farm should turn itself off. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we did. 42, and then the original test was 30 seconds and we got 30. So it looks like it's consistently getting around a log a second, which is a very good rate. So this has gone swimmingly. I am very stoked. This is awesome. All right, well, unfortunately, I've run out of time for recording tonight. I'm gonna record some more tomorrow after I've AFK'd this farm just for a solid maybe 30 minutes or so. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, welcome back. It is now day 2. Okay, so as promised, I ran the farm for like 45-minute, 30-minute amount of time, and the hopper and chest on there was completely filled by the time I got back, and there was just like wood floating around on the top of the hopper there. So I just collected it all up and threw it away in a shulker box and threw it back home. So this farm works amazingly, like really, really, really good. So I am very happy with this build. There's only one more thing I need to do before we can call this build completely finished, which is building the automatic sorting system, so we're not just working with one chest. Okay, so first off, we need to take the drops from the system in here down by just collecting stuff into here, because sometimes these sticks and apples and other things go into the barrel, so whatever goes in there we'll just take away and bring it down into the system. Now we just need to link these two systems up. All right, so I've gone ahead and built an automatic dropper system. Hopefully when I throw this in here, perfect. Okay, so now whenever an item gets put into here from this hopper, it'll shoot out into a water stream, which I will now build. I can't even tell you guys how many automatic sorting systems I've built in my day. There's just too many. I can do this by heart with my eyes closed. Okay, maybe not with my eyes closed, but I can do this so easily. It's like so intuitive to me now. Okay, I guess I can give you a status update because I'm essentially done. I've built a little way up into here to do some maintenance, and I've built a way up to the surface using the vanilla refresh data pack if you don't know why these ladders are floating. But yeah, I'm basically done. All I need to do is just expand this downwards and go get some snowballs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, and there we have it. It is now completely done, except for one final step, of course. I don't know why I have a habit of doing that, saying something is completely done and then having to do one more thing. I should stop doing that. But all we have to do now is just fill up this little roundabout here with water and turn the farm on and test it. Okay, so let's go ahead and test the system. Let's say 16 oak wood come in from this direction. Does this kick them out? Yes, it does. Okay, now let's see if it automatically sorts them. Perfect. All right, so the system works beautifully. As you can see, I put blocks to represent what comes out. This is sticks, this is apples, jungle log, spruce log, birch log, oak log, jungle sapling, spruce sapling, birch sapling, oak sapling. So the reason why I sorted the saplings is because I like the ability to, when I'm done using the farm, just throw all the stuff in my inventory that I get spit out on me from that dropper. I can just throw it down in here and then the system will automatically sort it for me. Okay, so now I can officially say the AFK wood farm is completely done. All I have to do is just sit in there holding saplings and right click, fill it up with bone meal, and then this will generate whatever wood type I need out of those 4, which are pretty much the only 4 that I use, except for acacia, I guess, but acacia's easy to gather. Anyways, it'll send all of that down and automatically sort it all for me down in my storage system. All right, and now with the AFK wood farm done, we're ready to move on to our next farm, which isn't technically a farm, but it basically is. I went ahead and grabbed the materials for it off camera just to save some time. It's the bartering farm, and here's what it'll look like when it's done. It's super simple. All it is you just got a few piglins in here. They're zombie piglins only because I built this in my creative testing world in the overworld because I was an idiot. But basically you just take the redstone torch out of here, you place it here, which turns on this, which drops the piglins gold. Then they will trade it, and then once they take all the gold, it will drop more because the wooden pressure plate will release, which will then send another signal to send more gold. Then when you're done, you just pick up your torch, put it back in here, and you're done. All of the drops get collected down by hoppers underneath and get sent into this automatic storage system. But yeah, like I said, super simple. Let's go ahead and build this in our survival world. Actually, while I'm here, I'm kind of curious. Has my honey farm been generating anything? Yeah, it has been working a little bit. That's good. Okay, cool. I'm just, like I said, when I built the bee farm, I've never built a bee farm before, so I'm kind of new to this, so just making sure everything was working. Okay, so as for where we're gonna build this farm, I don't see any reason why we should build it anywhere in specific. I don't see why we can't just build it, like, near my portal. Let's go ahead and just build it, I guess, right here, because why not? In fact, now that I think about it, this farm is so simple to build, I might as well just do a replay mod, because it's gonna be really boring commentary if I decide to do it that way. So, time-lapse commence. Well, that only took like an hour or so. It wasn't that bad. This is super simple. Like I said, you just turn it on by, oh, I didn't put a redstone torch in there. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you just take the redstone torch out of here and put it there, which turns it on. I made it so that way you can just load up the gold into these chests up here to make it faster. And then down here, I'll real quickly explain what these on the wall are. Blackstone, gravel, soul, sand, crying obsidian, obsidian. Those are self-explanatory. They actually are just what they say they are. Glowstone actually represents spectral arrows. The nether brick represents nether bricks. The hay bales represent leather, which is actually really nice because, like I've said in previous videos, I don't like killing animals that much, and this gives me a way to get leather. So I can do like paintings and item frames and other things. Anyway, so magma represents fire charges. Quartz represents, well, quartz. Wool represents string. Endstone represents ender pearls, and iron ore represent iron nuggets, and then this library just everything else that you get from bartering. So super simple system, same old classic automatic sorting system. You guys know how those work. If you don't, just look up like a 2-minute tutorial. They're super simple. It just basically a comparator reads a hopper and tells you whether or not to send the proper item through the system. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and run this in between episodes just to save time now because, like I said, we still have the Wither fight to do and one more farm to build, which we'll build the farm now, which is the cobblestone farm. I really love all the bees around my house, and Joey, I'm going to miss this place. I'm building the mansion next episode, so I'm leaving this place, and I'm kind of going to miss it, I'm not going to lie. Okay, this right here is the cobblestone farm that we'll be building. It's super simple. It's literally just lava, converting this water into stone, pushing the stone out, a TNT dispenser just dispenses TNT I put in that chest, and destroys it. This farm is insanely powerful. I've been running this for maybe 30 seconds, and we already have that much cobblestone. According to Ilmengo's statistics, because we're building his farm, I'll throw the link in the description, it generates 120,000 cobblestone per hour, which is just absurd, which is the reason why we're not going to be building both sides. We're only going to be building one side of this, because 60,000 an hour is plenty for just survival hardcore. Oh, and as always, all of these maps that I'm showing you in these videos where I showcase the farms, always down in the description below if you want to download them for yourself and explore around in the world. I personally hate it when YouTubers don't do that, so I do that so you guys have that privilege. Anyways, let's go ahead and build it in survival. Oh no, I don't have a redstone farm yet. Or more accurately, I don't have a witch farm. I should really have a witch farm, shouldn't I? Tell you what, I'll put the replay mod version of me building the witch farm at the very end of the video in the outro. So that way, if you guys are curious, you can see that. If not, you don't have to. Anyways, I need a bunch of repeaters. Okay, so I've come to realize two things. One, I straight up don't have enough redstone to build this farm. But number two is that cleric villagers are willing to trade you redstone for emeralds. I just need to get a couple clerics, and then I should be able to have enough redstone because I have infinite emeralds. So, Keshia, get back in your cell. Oh, thank you, actually. That was perfect timing. Thank you, Keshia. All right, so now we can get some redstone from you, and then Megan. That's a cool way to spell Megan. Will you kindly? Yay, thank you. Okay, perfect. Boom. Wow, that was a lot of levels all of a sudden. Cool. All I need to do, oh my gosh, and I can trade gold for emeralds. I have infinite emeralds upon infinite emeralds. This is crazy. And I have infinite lapis now. Wow, clerics, this was a good move. 2 rabbit's foot for an emerald? What? That's horrible. 4 scutes for 1 emerald? 5 emeralds for an ender pearl? What are these trades? They're terrible. I'm only doing these other trades so that way I can get more redstone. So if you would kindly offer me more redstone, that'd be great. 9 bottles for an emerald? Yeah. Okay, these are the only 3 trades that are actually any good, but they are pretty good, to be fair. All right, well, I'm happy. All right, well, that is all of the items collected for the building of this farm. So let's go ahead and go to the end to build it. Actually, I don't know if I want to build it in the end this time. I might just want to do a simple overworld one. Yeah, because I'm probably going to want to do something cool at the end much later on in the series, so yeah, let's go ahead and just build it in the overworld. Just get it over with. This spot seems as good as any. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Okay, then glass on these pistons, then redstone on the glass, pistons on the stone, more stone, back to glass on the pistons. This is a very repetitive build in case you haven't picked up on that. Water. And now we connect the redstone. Okay, now we're ready for the lava. Get those in there. Okay, if I did everything right, this shouldn't break everything, and I won't have to cry. I think we did fine. All right, I think that's good. Now to extend the wiring to where we're gonna actually turn on the farm, connect on up to the TNT dispenser, and finish up this clock. Place the on-off switch here. All right, now I just need to hook up the dispenser, but I want to see if I can do this one block up Neo. Perfect. I kind of miss doing parkour. Those were fun days. All right, and that should pretty much be the build completely done. All I need to do now is get rid of my scaffolding and put in all of the water for the collection system. Oh, and by collection system, I mean just a hopper into a chest, because this thing, it runs too fast to try to do anything special. Boom. All right. There we go. That should be the farm completely done. Now that I think about it, there's no way that hopper is going to be fast enough. I'm probably just going to have to jump down and collect all of the items, but at least it'll rescue some of the cobblestone coming out. Okay, but now that it's done, we got to test it, right? Come on. Why couldn't we test it? It's too fun. So let's head on up here and load the TNT into the dispenser. Like so. Just 21 of it, nothing crazy. I probably won't do too much. I'll probably just run it for maybe like 30 seconds just to get a punch, because this thing generates a lot of cobblestone. So I think we're ready to just turn it on. All right, let's try it. Boom. Here we go. So that sets the clock going, gets all of that going, drops the TNT, boom. All right. A good start. Oh, wait, no, Mr. B. No, you don't want to be here, bro. I really hope that bee doesn't stick around. Oh, it looks like it's working. It's definitely doing what I told it to do. And honestly, props to this hopper. It is keeping up like a champ. Nice. Okay, well, I think that's plenty enough of a test. All right, so let's see. Oh, no, the hopper gave up. It was a worthy attempt, bro. It was a worthy attempt. Okay, so we ran it for 30 seconds. And we got a lot of cobblestone. That is actually more like 15 to 20 seconds. So that is very nice. I am happy to call that farm done. Okay, but now that that farm is done, we are ready to move on to the final stage of the video, which is, of course, the Wither fight. I'm actually so annoyed right now. I figured I would just collect the wither skeleton heads off camera because I thought it would take like an hour, but I only did it for like 15 minutes. And at the end of the 15 minutes, I got 3 in a row. So now I still have 2 extra wither skeleton heads. I'm so annoyed. I really wish I was recording it. But it's alright, because we have enough now to go ahead and summon the Wither. So I've been thinking a lot about how I want to do the Wither fight, and there are so many ways you can do it. You can just summon it normally, which would be really, really stupid, considering I'm playing hardcore. You can summon it with, like, bedrock above it, like you can do it in the nether, or maybe not the nether, but I know you can do it in the end. But like I said, I've been thinking about it, and I think the best way to do it, while still being entertaining, at the same time as having a reasonable level of safety, is just going down into my mine and making a long pathway and then trying to kill it that way. Thankfully, I do have Smite 5 on my axe, so this shouldn't be too crazy difficult. I mean, it's obviously going to be difficult. This is going to definitely be a struggle. In fact, I should probably make some golden apples. I'll have enough in my ender chest to go ahead and do that. Okay, let's just dig off in this direction. Let me get some torches. Shields are useless against the Wither because they're explosive damage, so there would literally be no point to me doing that. I should definitely make sure I have more than just half a stack of arrows. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get my golden apples going. In fact, I should probably get maybe a few more. I have the gold for it. Let's get one more, so we'll have 12 golden apples. That should be plenty, hopefully. These could be famous last words. I'm kind of terrified. Okay, I think we're pretty much as ready as we're going to be without taking like a bunch of time to find a god apple. So let's just do the fight. I still have yet to build my house, so I would like it if I could do that before I die, which hopefully won't happen. I hopefully won't die for a very long time. My goal is for this series to end after like 100 episodes, and I'm just tired of making them, not because I die. I think that might be long enough. Let's go a little bit further just to be safe. I probably sound like such a coward right now. I promise you I'm not. It's just, as I keep saying in this series, it's hardcore, so like I'm a little more cautious than I normally am. Okay, I don't like that I've run into a cave, because this allows for the Wither to escape pretty easily, so I'm actually going to dig a little bit, or I'm actually going to place a little bit back this way. because I definitely do not want the wither escaping into a cave. That would be the worst. For those of you who have not seen a wither fight, what are you doing? I'm joking. For those of you who have not seen a wither fight, it comes in a couple different stages. So the first one is summoning it, which is pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. All I have to do is just place this last wither skeleton head, and then the wither will be summoned. The next stage is it explodes, so you have to back up a bunch. Then there are 2 ways you have to kill the wither. So the first half, you can use a bow of its health. The first half of its health, you can use a bow to kill it. But after that, you have to do melee damage, which is why the wither is considered super difficult. Because if you could just do bow, it wouldn't be that hard. You would just keep your distance. But with the melee damage, it's really difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and gapple up, because obviously this is the most difficult fight I have done so far. The Ender Dragon fight honestly kind of pales in comparison to the Wither fight. Gosh, I'm so terrified. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go! Ah! So first off, like I said, it's going to explode, and then I'm just going to barrage it with arrows, and then I'm going to barrage it with my axe. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. It's making its way towards me. It's definitely going to make it to this little room here. Okay, so now it's immune to arrows. Okay, go. Perfect. Okay. The wither made it to the room, which means I need to keep my distance because it can definitely shoot me if I go in that room. Hey, how you doing, bro? Ah, no! Ow, 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 ow. No. No, thank you. It's healing. I have to prevent it from healing. Boom. Frick. Ah! Come here, dang it. Get wrecked. Ouch, 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 ouch. Eat, eat, eat. I'm so glad I made these apples. And again. And again. Oh gosh. And again. Ah, come on. Hit it. There it is. Come on. Again. And again. Let's go! We got the nether star. All right, eat, 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 eat. I am not dying after the wither fight. That would be so embarrassing. We did it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I put that fight off for such a long time, and that was like, it was scary, but honestly, it wasn't that hard. Joey! I beat the wither, Joey! Are you proud of me? Joey, why don't you talk to me anymore? Alright, well then, obviously the next step is making a beacon, because that's awesome. Okay, how do you make a beacon again? It's obsidian and something or other. Okay, so it's just glass and obsidian. That is really easy. Okay, so I just need to get some obsidian out of here. And beacon unlocked. Let's go. I think I already have enough in my beacon. Oh no, do I not? Okay, so I'm gonna have to AFK the iron farm overnight, which is not a big deal. That's fine. It's literally just AFKing. But we did it. We got the nether star. We built a beacon. I'm so happy. Okay, but like I said, the idea of this video was to go ahead and get all the pregame stuff done, so that way in the next episode we can go ahead and build the house, or mansion I should say, and then we'll be ready starting at episode 11 to get into like the end game stuff where like we can do all the super cool stuff, which of course I'm not going to spoil now, otherwise come on, that's lame. I'll probably give you a sneak peek into what we're going to be doing later on in the series in the next episode, which should hopefully come out pretty soon here. But that is going to do it for this episode. I really hope you all enjoyed. I know I had such a great time. For those of you who are new to my channel, I upload all the time on my channel. I try to upload at least a couple times a week, so if you want more of content like this, well, first off, there's 8 previous episodes to this series, so you can go ahead and check those out. But I also do Spider-Man content. I also do reaction content. I recently played Portal with one of my best friends, so you can check that video out. But yeah, if you want more of me, there's plenty more of me, so I'll go ahead and throw some links of playlists down in the description, and I'll recommend some in the tags. Anyways, if you're new, I like to pray at the end of each one of my videos because I'm a Christian, and I like to glorify God with everything that I do, and my goal with this channel is to do just that. So if you would feel comfortable, please do go ahead and join me in a quick prayer. Hey there, Lord. I'm here praying with my viewers. We're here praying for peace throughout the world and for peace in our lives and in the lives of those we love and care for. Thank you for the ones we love and care for, Lord. You are so gracious, so loving, and so giving. You are worthy of eternal praise and much more. I pray that you would bless my viewers. I pray that you would give them not only peace, but also happiness, and that if they were going through any struggles, you would help them through those struggles. Lord, I pray that they would know that you love them, and that they would know that you are there for them, and that in my struggles, I would remember that you're always there for me and that you love me. And in your precious and holy name, Lord, we pray. Amen. All right, well, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you all have a great week. God bless, and go in peace.